narratives of Black culture and heightening the awareness of the LGBTQ+ community. Her work as a dancer, actor, and choreographer has allowed her to travel to all 50 states and internationally. She has performed at premier theaters, including Broadway, Off-Broadway, the Metropolitan Opera, and the Washington, D.C. Kennedy Center, among others. She has appeared in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom on Netflix, Harlem on Amazon, Tell Me a Story on Paramount Plus, and Jesus Christ Superstar Live in concert on NBC.
Hello.
Hello.
This outstanding artist has choreographed for The Late Show with Seth Meyers, the Red Theater, Broadway Bears, a fundraiser for Broadway Cares and Equity Fights AIDS, and was the associate choreographer for Paradise Square on Broadway.
Yes.
She won the Drama Desk Award and for Outstanding Choreography and Best Choreography for the awards formerly known as the Antonios. Her debut book, The Queen's English, is the LGBTQIA+ dictionary for lingo and colloquial phrases, was initially published in 2021 and celebrates the remarkable diversity of over 800 terms. She believes this dictionary was a starting point for the important conversations, and basically important conversations just around inclusivity, sexuality, gender expression, and gender identity. The Queen's English reached international audiences and was released in the UK in June of 2021. She is currently in Hell's Kitchen on Broadway and is the associate choreographer for the new musical called Gypsy, starring Audra McDonald and George C. Wolfe. Ladies and gentlemen,
We present to you the 2024 Joanie Award winner for Outstanding Artist,
Miss Chloe O. Davis.
I'm beaming. Wow. Let me tell my story. I came to PHILADANCO probably in 2005, and I came from Hampton University, and I was a track runner. So I came to PHILADANCO thinking I was going to step into on this Marley and dance. However, there was some molding that needed to happen. I'm so honored to be under the tutelage of Joan Myers Brown, of Kim, and of course, Ms. Chase, may she rest in peace. They molded me as an artist, as a storyteller, as a visionary. They molded my mind, they molded my spirit, they molded my body. I've been through hurricanes, I've been through monsoons here, I've been through, you know, the lightning and the thunder, and if you're a Danko dog, Danko guy, you know what I'm talking about. But because of that, I think my trunk is so strong that is nothing I can't endure other than making my dreams come true. And being a part of PHILADANCO and a part of this space and being able to be fully in your identity and your black identity and your black dance and your black storytelling, I think is what is so important to me and what I take forward. So me wanting to go into musical theater and Broadway and continuing my journey with storytelling, whether it's a performer, actor, even as a choreographer, I think it's so important that my foundation, that I acknowledge that my foundation was here.
Right.
There is an importance when you are a little black girl to be guided by black women and to be guided by a community, no matter how bigger it is, no matter how tough it is, but it is from love. And I know I have been loved in this space, And I know I carry that love with me, and I know I advocate for the beauty of Black stories and Black choreography and Black dance, but just creativity and creative intelligence. And so I'm so honored that I was able to do that. And when I talk about storytelling, it's not just my dance, but it's my writing. The idea to create the Queen's English started right here. It was on the bus when we had nothing to do, because we were going 12 hours down to Florida, 5 hours to New Jersey, or North Carolina, because we did not fly. We didn't fly, y'all. We took a tour bus. So, no, it was because of having an idea and it being nourished, and I really appreciate PHILADANCO and JB for allowing me to nourish that, and also friendship. I have Don here, I have Tommy here, you know what I mean? There's friendship that has happened. So I'm so honored to say I was a little girl that came in here with a dream that it needed to be molded, but someone believed in me that much to mold that dream. So thank you, Ms. Chase. Thank you, JB. Thank you, Kim, for continuing to mold me and encourage me to think bigger, think better, think more vibrant, and never forget where you come from.
That's right.
Yeah, so thank you very much for this.
Presented by dancers Leslie Bunkley and Trey.
Emerging leader in the arts has been celebrated by New York Times as a force for change. Her visionary work in inclusion and diversity, equity, anti-racism has been pivotal in reshaping the landscape and culture of ballet. She's a thought leader. She's a change agent influencing not only ballet, but the entire field of dance. Her multifaceted background as a ballet dancer, educator, journalist, scholar, combined with her holistic approach to addressing the ecosystem, informs her work as an organization consultant, exploring reform internationally.
In 2015, she founded Ma Ballet, a digital archive and initiative dedicated to preserving the contributions of Black ballet artists. Prompted by John Myers-Brown, she partnered with the International Association of Blacks in Dance in 2016 to organize the first ballet audition for women of color and led the first ever discussion with the American ballet leaders on the lack of diversity in ballet. In 2018, she joined the design and facilitation team for the Equity Project, increasing the presence of Blacks in ballet, a 3-year initiative involving 21 North American ballet companies. In 2021, she launched the Culture, Competence, and Equity Coalition. She is a sought-after consultant worldwide, having worked with the Royal Ballet and Opera, Dutch National Ballet of Canada, New York City Ballet, American Ballet Theatre, and Dance USA, to name a few.
As a writer and scholar, she has taught and lectured at numerous institutions, including Barnard, Sarah Lawrence, Princeton, Swarthmore, Purchase, Williams College, Boston Conservatory at Berkeley. She has contributed to the anthologies and served as a contributing writer for Dance Magazine for 20 years.
A former New York Times lead dance says she's one of the most valuable writers on dance today. Her work has appeared in publications including The Source, Point, Times, and Opera America magazines. She has been a Jacob's Pillow Scholar since 2019. Her motto encapsulates her unwavering commitment to driving positive transformation. If you want the world to be a better place, be a better person in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the 2024 Joanie Award winner for Emerging Leader in the Arts,
Ms. Teresa Ruth Howard.
I've been in a lot of spaces, and I've been only doing this for about 10 years. And when I look at people like Joe Myers-Brown, Judith Jamison, Arthur Mitchell, Alvin Ailey, I understand why they are the way they are, fiercely protective. They are stalwart in their passion and their vision. There's an urgency to the way that they engage with people, because they understand that time is fleeting. And they understand the importance of the work. And they also understand that oftentimes they will not be recognized for their contribution, especially while they're living. So as I'm a 63rd in Market. When I think about myself as an emerging leader, I'm part of that tributary of the likes of Joan and Dolores Brown and Judith Jameson, and I understand myself better by looking at them.
Watch. And that will be presented by dancers Addison Hill and Andrew Bryant.
He is the son of a former dancer with PHILADANCO and a phenomenal young performer himself. He developed an interest in music and theater at a very early age. A model, actor, singer, and dancer born in Chester County, Pennsylvania. He has been training in acting, musical theater, dance, and piano since the age of 6, booking his first professional job at age 8, playing Coalhouse Walker III in Ragtime the Musical at the Art and Repertory Company. At age 9, he went on to play lead roles in the Caucasian Chalk Circle with Swarthmore College, Rachel, the Quintessence Theater Group, and The Snowy Day with Art and Repertory Company. In 2021, he was cast as young Simba in Disney's The Lion King on Broadway, and performed both there and with the Rafiki National Tour until 2023.
While he is extremely passionate about theater, he has also worked in television. Those credits include playing the precocious smart-mouth Wyatt alongside comedy legend Tracy Morgan in The Last OG on TBS, Frankie Langer on FBI Most Wanted, produced by CBS, and The Survival of the Thickest, produced by Netflix. The One to Watch has a busy schedule working on the animated feature film Sneaks, featuring Martin Lawrence, Lawrence Fishburne, and Chloe Bailey, and can be seen as his recurring role as Cooper in Michelle Buteau's Survival of the Thickest on Netflix.
If that wasn't enough, while continuing to perform in theaters, on television, and in film, he aspires to become one of the youngest TV and film producers in Hollywood. He is also an aspiring young author, currently writing a children's book chronicling his journey to Broadway. He hopes that this book will inspire other young children who dream of becoming performers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the 2024 Joanie Award winner, The One to Watch, Master Donovan Louis Batesmore.
I love you so much. I remember when I was, I want to say 5, coming in here every day with my mom, and Aunt Joan giving me candy as soon as I walked through the front door. I remember running around here while my mom was teaching, and I just remember feeling so welcomed here. And seeing all these familiar faces today has really brought me a lot of joy. And dance has always been the root of everything that I do. And coming back here is so surreal to me. I haven't been here in years. And being back here with everybody who I basically grew up with, it means a lot to me. And everybody here has inspired me to go out and do what I had to do to come back to where I started. And I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody here. I want to love you. I want to thank Aunt Joan and Uncle Tommy and Aunt Chloe. And I'm so happy to be back here. I'm so proud. I'm so fulfilled. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, Thank you for everything. Thank you for teaching me what I know now. Thank you for inspiring me daily. Thank you.
The distinguished PHILADANCO alumni has over 35 years of experience in the arts and entertainment industry. She has performed as a principal dancer with both PHILADANCO, the Philadelphia Dance Company, and the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, where she performed memorable roles including the iconic solo, Cry. As a vocalist, she has appeared with renowned music artists such as Kathy Sledge of Sister Sledge, Gloria Gaynor, and Cher, as well as her own NYC-based indie rock band, Sugar Bush.
She returned to concert dance in 2006, where she accepted the position of dance curator for City Parks Foundation Summer Stage, one of the New York City's largest free outdoor performing arts festivals, where she engaged such established companies as Parsons Dance, Dance Brazil, Ballet Hispanico, Martha Graham Dance Company, Camille A. Brown and Dancers, Alonzo King Lawrence Ballet, and Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, to name a few. In summer of 2002, she celebrated her 15th season with Summer Stage by curating a roster that highlights women leaders in dance, including Urban Bushwoman, Dallas Black Dance Theater, Hubbard Street Dance Chicago, and amongst others. Along with providing performances and commissioning opportunities for many emerging and establishing choreographers and companies over the years, she also successfully presented several special theatrical evenings, including Notes of a Native Song, featuring indie rocker Stu and the Negro Problem, a 10th anniversary concert version of Figula the Musical, the 20th anniversary of HBO Deaf Poetry Jam, and the 40th anniversary celebration of the hit Broadway show The Wiz, which was directed by Tony Award-winning choreographer George Faison.
PHILADANCO
Alumni Joanie Awards to
Miss Danny G.
Like my sister Teresa, my October 8th sister twin. I'm a crier too. Oh man, this is a lot. Y'all gonna give me a second?
The arts. That award will be presented by dancers Israel Hilton and Aaliyah Clay.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The honoree was born in Sumter, South Carolina, and is the oldest of 7 children. She was elected to Philadelphia City Council and has been dedicated to enriching the lives of Philadelphia residents by putting people first. As an educator, a community activist, political leader, and concerned parent, her focus and commitment to helping others define her work prior to her time on City Council. After graduating from the Philadelphia High School for Girls, she earned a bachelor's degree in elementary education and a master's of science in education, both from Penn State University. Immediately following graduation, she started her career in the classroom as a teacher with the School District of Philadelphia. In 1976, she began a career as a professional dancer by earning a place as a company member of the Philadelphia Dance Company, affectionately known as PHILADANCO. Following her company membership, she continued her affiliation with PHILADANCO by becoming a dance instructor and later on board member for over 20 years. She is still very much involved to this day. From 1982 to 1986, she served as a committee person for the 3rd Division of Philadelphia's 24th Ward, beginning her career in politics. In 1991, she was hired as a legislative director for the Pennsylvania State Senator turned Congressman Shaka Fatah. She then went on to serve as Community Affairs Director for State Senator Vincent Hughes, a sought-after speaker, but the former council member devotes her legislative efforts towards improving the quality of life and life chances for our city's most vulnerable citizens and children. In 1999, she has become an honorary mentor to thousands of women and girls through her signature program, the Celebration of Moxie Women.
Through this program,
She has honored hundreds of successful business and professional women, working mothers, and Philadelphia's next generation of women leaders, rising stars. Other legislative accomplishments include the Children's Fund, authored during her freshman year in City Council, menu labeling legislation, Percent for Art program, Women on Boards requirements, and she was a champion for Black and brown small businesses. As the sole Black woman elected to an at-large City Council seat for the past 2 decades, she has been a consistent advocate for children's issues in diversifying government. She demonstrated a laser beam focus on improving the life chances of women, children, and families, the arts and culture, LGBTQ+, and the environment. During her time as councilwoman at large, her love for Philadanco was evident in her efforts. She sold 50+ concert tickets twice a year for the 20 years she served in City Council. And in January 2020, she donated all net proceeds from her City Council retirement celebration to Philadanco. A donation close to $30,000. Joanie Award goes to Blondell Reynolds Brown.
For the supporter of the arts. And that will be presented by dancers Brittany Wright, James Ogilvy, together. Thank you. Ogilvy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We wish to salute the Lomax family for their continued support of Philadanco for over 50 years. In our community, when we have a dream for ourselves or for the people that we wish to serve, finding the support of a mainstream community, its corporations and foundations, is often difficult and impossible. We almost always have to depend on the support of our own family and friends, or our church or club members. We must sacrifice our own incomes as well as our time and energy. We have to persevere and keep struggling throughout all the ups and downs and all the turn you downs, because others do not believe it's credible or realistic. But every
age as a singer and would come to write songs for major recording labels. As his career blossomed, he founded his own label, Gamble Records, which led the way for Philadelphia International Records. He, along with his songwriting and production partner, Leon Huff, signed artists like the OJs, Patti LaBelle, Lou Rawls, Teddy Pendergrass, the Jackson 5, Billy Paul, the Intruders, and the 3 Degrees, just to name a few. The success of these artists raised the label to the top of the charts, making them one of the most successful African-American owned businesses in the country. A great deal of music he produced carried a social theme, and what was described as having a message in the music, leading the world to recognize him as a co-creator of a genre of music in the 1970s called the Sound of Philadelphia.
The other half of this power couple is the founder of the Wellness of You Incorporated, a nonprofit organization with a mission of introducing healthy lifestyle practices to underprivileged and medically underserved communities. For over 10 years, this organization has produced workshops, programs, and events that encourage people to live well. Her most sought-after program is the annual Wellness Breakfast for Men Only. She also hosts the annual coveted Tree of Life Awards, which is given to men and women in the medical field who are committed to making a difference in community, and is the first of its kind in the country. Her other programs are designed specifically for children, such as the Children's Wellness Health Fair, a full day of health-related activities, and the character building and etiquette programs for adolescent boys and girls of the Universal Institute Charter School. These character building programs teach etiquette, culinary and dining skills, social protocol, proper decision making, money management, health and fitness, communication, and public speaking.
After marrying in 1990, the two began their mission of restoring South Philadelphia. In 1991,
they made the ultimate sacrifice by moving from their 11,000 square foot mansion in the Philadelphia suburbs to the South 15th Street neighborhood he once called his home. Together, they created the Universal Plan that consists of physically rebuilding the community, rebuilding the family, creating a new education environment, rebuilding economic infrastructure with small businesses, and implementing a long-term community wealth building strategy throughout home ownership. The plan includes an education.
Philadelphia Influencer Joanie Award to
Mr. and Mrs. Kenneth and Fatima Gamble.
Lovely. Give them a hand. All the presenters are beautiful. Thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. Good afternoon, good evening. It gives me great pleasure to be here, and I'm so delighted to be here with you all today. Unfortunately, my husband could not be with us. He sends his love and his gratitude on our journey. He asked me, we believe that they are preordained by God's grace. How we apply those individuals to our path is part of the choices we make. In the case of Kenny and Fatima Gamble, we chose to adhere to what was destined for us. You asked yourself, what was the likelihood of the two of us joining forces? We did not seek each other out. In our early years, he was South Philadelphia and I was North Philadelphia. Yet over the years, we often crossed
the Legacy Award. That award will be presented by dancers Floyd McLean Jr. and Kayla Area.
The Legacy Award recipient is a dancer, choreographer, artistic director, master teacher, and a professor of hip hop and contemporary dance. Growing up in North Philadelphia, he was first inspired by Don Campbell's group, the Campbell Lockers, after seeing them on the popular American musical variety TV show, Soul Train. He started dancing socially as a young boy, but when he was 12 years old, he started a dance group called Cobra 3 with his brother and childhood friend, Brain. Cobra 3 ended and won a local church township, marking the beginning of his lifelong commitment to the art of dance. In the 1980s, he became a well-known popper and danced with the crew, the Scanner Boys. He performed on the country's first hip-hop tour, the Fresh Festival, with Run DMC, Fat Boys, Curtis Blow, and Houdini. He also hosted the popular TV show One House Street, which rivaled Club MTV in ratings.
In 1992, he founded the first and longest running hip-hop dance touring company. It was created to further his efforts to preserve and disseminate the hip-hop culture. The company's mission was to re-educate the world about hip-hop dance culture through its artistic work. He started the Philadelphia Legends of Hip Hop Festival in 1998 to bring together the pioneers of various forms of street dance, focusing primarily on teaching technique, philosophy, history, and the aesthetic of street dance. It was the first of its kind and was the catalyst for many of the street dance intensives.
In 2007, he conceived a second touring company, Raw. He has received numerous awards for his theatrical hip-hop dance performances, or what he refers to as hip-hop concert dance. Roman Jules, an adaptation of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, Facing Mecca, an exploration of the global face of Islam. Funkified, a tribute to the funk music he came up dancing to in the 1970s, 100 Naked Locks, Heaven, and a host of innovative repertory works, which have broken many stereotypes and expectations of hip-hop dance. Some of his early creative works have been constructed right here at PHILADANCO.
He received an honorary doctorate from Bates College and an honorary doctorate from Columbia College. His company was chosen as one of 4 U.S. companies to serve as cultural ambassadors for President Obama's Dance Motion USA. In 2012, his company toured the Middle East, performing and giving hip-hop workshops to Egyptians, Israelis, and Palestinians, and continues to perform in various cities around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the founder of the Rennie Harris Pure Movement, Rennie Harris, for all inspiring works, and the 2024 Joanie Legacy Award winner, Dr. Lorenzo Rennie.
Can I say how beautiful this thing is? Yes. I was watching everybody get there. And I'm like, wow. All right, so I already cried a couple times. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. It's okay. So yeah, I was about 15, 16 years old. I'll tell you this quick. Scanner Boys performing at Wagner roller rink, and there's this lady outside in a car with rollers in her hair. And I was like, watch this young women and girls get into the car, and you always see her. Didn't think anything of it. Some years later, I realized it was JB. It's kind of like, so it's like shadow work. The next time I run into JB, I think it's Terry Fox introduces, like, well, I knew her, I was here, but I didn't know her, I was in the space. I don't even know if she even realized I was in the space in the basement. Rehearsing with Scanner Boys, C-Note, and we were on the Dance Africa showcase that was hosted by PHILADANCO. And that moment, it was the first time I met Bob and Chuck, Chuck Davis, rest in peace. Had no clue who this cat was. It was like 6'7" or something like that. And he said, Rennie Harris. I didn't know this man. I was looking up at him like this. I'm going to call you. When I call you, I'm going to have the phone in one hand. I was like, oh, snap. And so one of the dancers looked him up and was like, yo, he's in a book. You know, we were blown away. And so we went on to like tour the country as Rennie Harris Pure Movement with Dance Africa and how we get introduced to the country. So it was that meeting, that moment, JB was like, you need to, see this group, along with Terry Fox, like, no, you need to see this group. I had no clue what we were doing or what I was doing. I was just sort of surviving. I never attempted to be a choreographer, never attempted to be a dancer. It was all economics. Like most people in North Philly, I grew up poor, but it didn't feel like we were poor. My mom was no joke. So with that said, the next time I run into, I come into cross paths with JB, she says like, what you doing? Where you rehearsing? Like, just come over here. And at that moment, we were rehearsing basically for free in the space. And she supported us the entire time. I didn't even tell her, I just told everybody sorry. And we were in the space for free, right? And I already knew that people watched out for us, and I didn't know, and JB was one of those people watching out for us in the shadows. I'm a street dancer. I don't know modern dance. I don't know contemporary dance. I don't know African dance. I can't do any of it. Completely hip hop street dance. So why was she helping me? we thought anytime we saw jazz, we called that ballet. You're ballet dancers, you know what I mean? And we didn't get it. We're like, what are you you know? And you know, so we were going through a culture change, right? Understanding what was what in the world. And that was my first introduction to the other world of dance. I would not have known it other than watching the Nutcracker on television, right? So throughout those years, we rehearsed, we created a lot of work here in this space. You know, and I was just kind of doing my thing. And the next like major moment, my mom passed. Just, so I literally, probably, maybe last year, my mom passed in 15. I just got not over, but able to operate properly. At the funeral, you know, I just moved through spaces. Sometimes my siblings don't even know I'm in town, right? Let's just go. I'm at the funeral. I'm walking out and I see JB. Just rocked me. JB, Marlise, like, how did you even know? I didn't tell you. And so I have a lot of people who looked out for me. JB, I realized, was that my other mother. That's right, yeah. In the latter years, coming here, I talked to Marlisa, yo, is mom gonna be there? She's like, oh yeah, she's gonna be here, because I knew she's gonna be cooking. She's gonna have that sausage from that thing, you know, like that spice, like, oh, you know, and so and I realized she was my mom. I realized, you know, when we called her mom, we called her JB, we called her Aunt Joan, and she would cuss you out. My mom. Randy, what you do to my goddamn floors? Yeah. You paid for this. Like, it's all sneakers, they can have them. I'm like, well, it's hip hop, we need sneakers. Okay, you know what I mean? And then JB comes, when it's JB time, we're negotiating. All right, so now I have like, you know, I got like 1,500. What we can do for that? You know what I mean? That's the business. And so I learned and saw these different things of my mother. And I am forever, forever grateful. Marlisa called me. I said, man, I don't know. What's the date? Oh, yeah. And I thought about it. I said, I'm gonna make it. Don't worry about it, Marlisa. Marlisa, no, you got it. I said, no, I'm gonna make it work. I got on the plane last night. Got in this morning. We're flying out tonight.
That's right.
You know, because she said so. Right. Because she said you need to be there. So anytime she asks, I'm going to do it. My dancers, when they come to the door, any new dancer, they're instructed. You walk in here, you say hello to everybody in here. You walk into my space and they'll say hello. Right? You say yes, ma'am. You say however folk identify, that's how you refer to them. You don't go over there, you don't go over there, you go here, you stay right here. Yeah. And so, but that's how I was raised, right? That's how we were raised. And so, being in this space, it completed me as a dancer. And what I realized, that as a dancer, you all as well as movers, you are physical historians. You hold information of all the people behind you, that before you, and presently. You are physical historians. You hold all of that information in you. And that you change reality as a dancer. Movement is the last manifestation of your reality. It is not what you say, but what student that confirms who you are. We are the most dangerous of all the arts. We move physically through space. We couldn't march if we didn't understand dance, or rhythm, or time. Remember, they used to play drums for war. We are the most dangerous. So never stop moving. As soon as you stop, we speed up transition. The planet stops turning, we speed up the transition. Everything is about movement. And know that you only change reality if you take action. And you can only confirm reality is what you hear, you see, and smell in this space. Nobody here can tell me that your cars even exist right now. Your homes exist. You have no proof. Reality is only the moment that you are in. That's it. Clear your brain. Stop thinking about the past if you can. Honor the past. Don't dwell on it. Clear your mind, be here and present. And when you're present, you can deal with everything. That's the dance. That's JB. That's Thank you so much. And I'm honored to thank my executive director, Rodney Hill, who also came through these doors and these floors. And now he's a councilman of Sharon Hill.